Earlier this evening, most of the student body at Davidson College loaded buses to make the 20-mile drive into downtown Charlotte, North Carolina for tonight's game between the Wildcats and the #1 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, who are ready to get their season underway. Welcome everyone to Charlotte Bobcats Arena, the home of the NBA Charlotte Bobcats, and tonight the home of college basketball action. A terrific early season matchup between the North Carolina Tar Heels, winners of 31 games last year, and the Davidson Wildcats. They won a school record 29. Hello everybody and welcome. Sean McDonough along with Jay Billis and Bill Raftery. Moderately happy to be back with these two guys to begin another season of college basketball, but very excited about this matchup tonight. North Carolina, Jay, was one of the best teams in the country last year, went to the Elite Eight, lost to Georgetown in heartbreaking fashion, and they have a lot of talent back.
You know, they really have everything. They've got a great transition game. They've got a star inside in Tyler Hansbrough, and they've got high-level experience. The question is, are they going to be able to shoot the ball well enough from the perimeter to take the pressure off Hansbrough in the paint?
Tyler Hansbrough reminds me a lot of Jay. His rebounding, his aggressive play, but that's where it stops. This kid's got a great offensive array of talent. Inside, outside, he's facing up shooting the jump shot, but I think the outside game is the important part this year as they progress towards their goal, the NCAA title. And they knock shots down.
And he's offensive.
Very much so, on a daily basis.
Well, Hansbrough is part of our Star Watch, and he has been getting a lot of attention both off and on the court.
Well, Hansbrough is just, quite frankly, the player with the most will in the nation. Last year, he broke his nose in the last game of the season in that collision with Gerald Henderson of Duke. In this game against Michigan State, took it off, had 33 points after, who was that masked man?
Well, Stephen Curry, a guy, doesn't wear a mask, and they better identify where he is. He can fill it from deep and put it on the deck as well, Sean.
Hansbrough, the preseason ACC Player of the Year, and Stephen Curry, the preseason Southern Conference Player of the Year. Hansbrough joined in the North Carolina starting lineup by Ty Lawson, the returning point guard Wayne Ellington, Marcus Ginyard, the outstanding defender, and Deon Thompson, who steps into the spot previously occupied by Brandon Wright, now in the NBA after 1 year at Carolina. For Davidson, Jason Richards, one of the best point guards in the nation. He was second in the country in assists last year with Curry. Max Paulus Gosselin, Thomas Sander, and Boris Meno, the rest of the starting five for the Wildcats. Only Kevin Durant scored more among freshmen in the country last year than Curry's 21.5 per game. And Curry made 122 threes, an NCAA freshman record. He has one here tonight. Made 5 in their opening win over Emory. They've scored that a deep 2, so it's 15-10.
Well, how fast was that release? And North Carolina just getting the ball down court quickly and into Hansbrough, who seals off.
About 4 seconds on the clock. And here's a little small change as well by Thomas on the penetration.
Well, look how quickly he gets it off.
Well, I just love how he uses screens too, Jay, to get that catch.
They played here in Charlotte to open last year, a couple of games against Sacred Heart and Winthrop in the preseason NIT, both of them victories. Shot clock at 5, and it's banked home by Stephen Curry.
Boy, they hung tough. Little kiss by Dell's kid.
Tyler Hansbrough showing a fist. He wants out, but Roy Williams turned away. He didn't see it.
Loaded up the schedule, including this matchup with North Carolina.
He's on Broadway. Is that what he told you?
Yes. He's a native New Yorker. Likes to make a lot of Broadway references. So we're not off Broadway anymore. We're in the spotlight. 6 points for Curry. Catching the ball this morning.
Catch with your eyes, an old Alan Balbo statement.
You know, you're always in trouble when you got to talk to a guy about how to catch it.
Curry a 3.
You don't have to tell him how to shoot it.
Right, bro. Use the arm. Second foul on Boris Meno. 10-team foul. Stephen Curry starting to demonstrate his skills for the national audience.
Boy, North Carolina's big guys, Hansbrough, Thompson, they've got to do a better job of handling these double teams.
Curry, the very quick turn and release. He has 11.
Not many players in America have better footwork or can stop on a dime and get a shot off any better than Steph Curry.
Nice play. Good use of the bounce.
Great block by Meno. He met the powerful Thompson at the rim.
You can't allow yourself to get baited into a confrontation, and that's what happened to Tyler Hansbrough on that last play.
He got called for a personal foul and a technical foul.
It should only be the one. It should be the technical foul, which counts as a personal because it was a dead ball.
But I believe he was also called for the foul before the pushing and shoving after the whistle.
That's right.
Exactly.
Curry, an excellent free throw shooter. Charlie Scott, after that shot in 69, 32 points in that game. In College Park, Maryland, to send Carolina to its third straight Final Four. They lost to Purdue in the national semifinals. Curry to the left hand.
Pretty, huh? What? The ability to maneuver in traffic. And he can shoot so well, Jay. He's got to use the dribble more.
Creating his own, but how about the use of the left hand to finish? That was pretty.
Archibald with a giveaway. Now when you shoot the ball behind the back first and here, between defenders, pretty clever, and then back to the left away from traffic.
Well, showing a great feel for finding openings. His father, Del Curry, the great shooter, played at Virginia Tech and many years in the NBA.
I don't know if Del could put it on the deck like his son, though.
Easy plays, the catches, the layups, the dunks.
And Green's three spun out. That had the feel of a major momentum shift.
But a crossover.
Curry all the way to the bucket.
The blow by. And a little bump to boot by Lovedale.
This sellout crowd fully engaged now. Davidson by 3 under 13 to go. Hansbrough in the middle of the lane. Fouled by Sander.
Sander keeping his hands up, but he's using that body to bump down low. And look at Curry. What a nice head and shoulder fake to just blow by Thomas.
A little lingerie on the deck. Quick and deft with the bounce.
Jason Richards, guarded by Ty Lawson. Stephen Curry with Marcus Ginyard defending. Another nice slip to the bucket by Andrew Lovedale.
Well, they're so smart how they approach it. Empty backside screen.
Lawson, tight defense on Richards. Curry for 3.
And that's just great use of the dribble by Richards.
20 points for Curry. Then Lawson wide open. Missed a shorty and a foul on the rebounding action on North Carolina. They're pointing at Hansbrough. That would be his 4th. And it is.
Keep yourself active. Get the puppy set. You got a point guard with Jason Richards' ability. And you can smile your way on the open look.
Well, it's just another great read by Steph Curry. The nice little fade, and you can see there's the push by Tyler Hansbrough. So hard when you know that ball is coming off on the far side to keep your hands up.
And mark this down. He's to the bench with 6:26 to go. Davidson leading 57-56. 8th team foul on the Tar Heels. Bob McKillop has his best player and best free throw shooter at the line. You could hear the appreciation that he has for Stephen Curry, not just the playing ability, but he referred to him as a young man of great character, said the parents deserve a lot of credit for that. If you know Del and Sonia Curry, you can understand why the children are the way they are. A lot of times Del won't sit with his wife during the games because she's so animated and emotional.
They play this well, it's a lot easier.
Davidson, a perfect 9 out of 9 from the line.
Yeah, really reacting to the overplay and going back door.
Curry raked across the arm, and they're going to say he was on his way up to the bucket. He'll shoot 2.
Big Green with the giveaway, but right here you got the head up. You can't. Defense is perfect.
Curry putting the ball on the floor and getting in between the defenders.
Curry back to the line after the 3rd personal on Green, the 9th team foul. Curry playing with the wrapped left wrist. The school does not release injury information, but it doesn't seem to have affected him. He scored 27 with that left wrist wrapped in their opener against Emory. Lovedale back in. They each have 4 fouls. Ginyard goes out for Fraser for North Carolina. .23 for Curry. This is his 36th career game. He's 30 or more in 21 of those 36. Hansbrough still on the bench. Curry 6 out of 6 from the line. Davidson back up by 2. Ellington couldn't drive on Curry because Curry fouled him. No basket for Green. Both teams over the limit. Foul on Curry, his 3rd, and the 10th on the team. Will be the double bonus the rest of the way each way. A great college basketball doubleheader tomorrow night, ESPN2 at 7 Eastern. Connecticut meets Gardner-Webb, the team that knocked off Kentucky to advance. Then at 9, Derrick Rose, a lot of people believe he's the best freshman in the country. And Memphis taking on Oklahoma on ESPN2 tomorrow night.
And with as much talk as there's been about Derrick Rose, Chris Douglas Roberts is pretty darn good too. He's been their best player.
Dozier's not bad. This is difficult for Davidson, Jay. The 4 perimeter guys from Carolina can all be
to account for the final margin.
Loved it. Great effort.
Final score, North Carolina 72, Davidson 68. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Now let's send you to Houston. Here's Mark Jones.
Sports Center, brought to you by Sync, the in-car technology that voice activates your MP3 player, Bluetooth phone, and more.
Well, if USC can lose to Mercer, Kentucky can fall to Gardner-Webb, then couldn't Davidson knock off the top-ranked school in the land, North Carolina? Officially a Davidson home game, but it was tough to tell. Tyler Hansbrough had himself a big first half. He had 12 points, 11 rebounds in the first half, finished with just 14. This was a ball game, folks. In the second, Davidson's up 1. Stephen Curry, nice crossover. Curry had 24. UNC coming back down 1. Danny Green, offensive rebound, and the foul. Heels up 2 after the freebie. Up 1, just over a minute left. Wayne Ellington, step back, tough jumper. Ellington had 20. It's a 3-point game. Now down 5, desperation time. Curry misses. Thomas Sander, offensive rebound. Curry going to try to draw the foul, but he misses again. And Roy Williams in North Carolina, they hang on, and I do mean hang on. 72-68 is your final. So Davidson comes up just short in its chance to knock off number 1, but this won't be the last we see of the Wildcats this season. They've got 3 more games against top 25 schools, including a matchup against number 10 Duke in Charlotte and a West Coast roadie. It'll take them to second-ranked UCLA. They'll play that game in Anaheim.